Welcome. This is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy on our YouTube channel, going through our year's playlist of week 2 of Life's Pointers using the Tao Te Ching. And these are variations, as stated in the intro. These are my own translations taken from anywhere from 2 to 6 sources. And chapter 52 is today's topic, and Ursula LeGuin translates a title to this as Back to the Beginning. And remember, one thing is that these are pointers at truths in our reality, or universal laws, and how they manifest through each of us might play out differently, but the law or tendency or rule, if you will, is still in place. I like to call it fate and destiny. So with that being said, the value of listening to these are that I began listening and reading them 25 years ago, and they were viruses or new programs in the programming that had been put in place, unbeknownst to me, involuntarily. And I realized those programs were not functional, and that potentially purposely put in place to manipulate me. And now there's a certain freedom that we can all find. So, with that being said, this is chapter 52, and this is a practice. And this is pointing at a practice and how to get back to the source in ourselves. It's a sort of, in the Christian vernacular, this chapter is pointing at repentance and the movement or energetic movement of repentance, which is actually this. I spent a lot of my life looking out at phenomena and keeping myself energetically ballooned or larger than I needed to be in order to energetically protect myself and be aware of threats while they were still out there. And meanwhile, me, or I, as a separate entity, is in here. And this is a pointing of that energy to bring it back and redirect it back inward. So, with that being said, take what you might from this. I might give a few comments at the end. I never know once I start reading. So, this is my translation of verse, chapter, whatever, 52 in the Tao Te Ching. The beginning of anything is the mother source of the thing. To know the source is to know the mother, is also to know her children. And to know her children is to turn around home to the mother source. And feeling this is to know if the body dies, there is nothing to fear. Close the openings, seal the energetic leaks, shut the doors. Respond, not react. And to the end of life, nothing will disturb you. Open the openings, be leaky, be busy doing and reacting. And to the end of life, nothing can help you. Insight sees the insignificant. A reed knows how to bend in a strong wind. Use your inner light, return to its insight, and so keep from going too far. That's how to practice what's forever. There are these moments, after sitting in silence, after chanting, after reading, where there's a quietness, and the quiet and the silence, if you will, is the canvas upon which all phenomena arises in ourselves. And it's so simple we bypass it. I've had some very fortunate teachers and teachings in the last 15 years after really struggling for the first 10 of my sort of awake life from my mid-20s, really wanting to have some guidance, but not being ready for it, unfortunately. And all those seeds I planted years ago have sprouted into more awareness within my inner consciousness, and there's less unconsciousness. And this is my offering to all of you. The importance and the value and the effectiveness of this. I don't share anything with anyone in my 25 years of practice that I don't find of value, and this has immense value. I'll enjoy speaking with you again next week on the Life's Pointers translations of the Tao Te Ching, a la Craig Lane of Health Alchemy.